Hey Facebook, I was going to do a quick video for you all about my eyebrows. Many of you know that I got them microbladed. Megan Alfano did them at Rome Beauty Salon, and a couple of people wanted to know a little bit about them, how, like the recovery process was. Hey Amber, how they're doing now, how are my brows doing, and so forth. So about 2 months ago, was it in May? Might have been. I had my eyebrows microbladed, and microblading is basically, it's kind of like tattooing, but it's not quite as permanent. Where a tattoo is permanent, microblading is going to put pigment and color into the skin for, the creation of brow hairs, but it only lasts, it's not permanent. You can get it to last, like 3 years or something like that. Lisa, you're going on Sunday. You will do fine. It doesn't hurt. Megan was awesome. She used lots of numbing cream, so she put lots of numbing cream on, and I honestly, it didn't hurt at all. So if you're going to somebody, have them use lots of numbing cream, and then of course they're gonna go over your brows multiple times while you're there. So Megan would use numbing cream in between each pass, and that really helped a lot. Like the first time you could feel it a little, and honestly when she had to like pluck my brows to shape my brows, that hurt like 10 times worse than getting the microblade. So if you can handle getting your eyebrows plucked, this is easy peasy. It's a piece of cake. So basically my eyebrows stop growing, and they don't, like here, this is where they stop. So they don't come in far enough. So, and that's probably from years and years and years of like in high school and getting them waxed. And I was always afraid I was gonna have like a unibrow. So of course, like they were like waxed and plucked and over tweezed, and then they just stopped growing. So, if you can see, that's where my hair, and if you look closely, you can tell there's my hair, and that's the microblading. So the microblading's in there, and then my hair actually starts right there, my real hair. And I did have her fill in, a little bit. She did the whole brow, but the main part for me was I needed like some brow hair there, because no matter how much I was drawing in hairs or trying to make hairs with makeup, it just looked super fake. It just didn't look right. And then, you wipe your forehead and you wipe your brow off, or you go swimming and it comes off, and it's just a mess. So I was glad to actually now, if you look super closely, you can see the little strokes right there. Those are the strokes of the microblading. And it's just a, super, super fine instrument that she uses with tons and tons and tons of little like needles, and they just kind of put in the hairs. Thanks, Lisa. Yeah, I'm super happy with my arch. She actually gave me kind of a little lift, which is nice too. So when you get your eyebrows done, she can, make your eyebrows a little bit higher where your arch is. And that way, it kind of takes some years off of you, I think. Just remember too, your eyebrows are not twins. You think of them as siblings, okay? Think of them as sisters or brothers. They're not twins. They're never gonna be exactly the same, because our faces are just not symmetrically exactly the same. We're just not. If our faces were actually exactly the same symmetrically, we would look really weird. So just remember that when you're getting your eyebrows done. I had the perfecting session. You get your eyebrows microbladed, and then between 4 and 6 weeks later, you get what's called a touch-up session or a perfecting session, and that's really when you're gonna like your brows. Lisa, you're funny. I'll just have to send you a picture of my arch. But when you first get it done, that's really her just trying to figure out where the hair should be best, and how you want your arch, and how far you want them to come in, and how far they're gonna come out. And she does that. She measures everything. She had her little like caliper things to measure my eyebrows. She had like app on her phone that kind of puts everything, measures everything. I don't know, but it measures everything, and she followed that. We picked the color, and then the perfecting session is like really when you're gonna love it, because you can go in then and you can change up the color a little bit. I think we added a little bit of warmth to my color. I think it was, she thought when she first did it, it was a little bit too, maybe ashy or dark, so she added a tiny bit of warmth in, so that made it look more like, you know, my hairs. And she also lengthened it a bit, and you know, just did things here and there that, you know, tweaked it. And that's when you're really gonna like it. You're gonna like it when you go in for the second time to tweak it. So if, you know, if your eyebrows are something that you can't stand doing and you hate doing it, or you're missing hairs, or people who have alopecia or don't have eyebrow hair, or people who had cancer and your hair just never grows back right, you know, this is a really amazing thing. So Lisa says, let me ask you this. So you look like what marks in the beginning? Yeah, I mean, she will measure out everything. She will, with a like eyebrow pencil, draw on your eyebrows, and you first get it done, you're like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be scary, but it's not. And then she gets it all in, and they're very, very dark at first, and they're gonna take about 7 days to heal. And the healing process, they're going to, the color comes off a little bit. That's just your body's natural way of doing that. The color will come off a little bit when you're washing them and taking care of them. Some of the color comes off, so don't freak if that happens. That's normal. Lisa, you're hilarious. They peeled a tiny bit, not too much, just a tiny bit. They were a little bit itchy, you know, just normal kind of healing stuff. A lot of people who've had tattoos, it's kind of like the same thing. It was a little bit sore afterwards, Lisa, especially after the perfecting session, because since I have oily skin, I have very oily skin. The color for people with oily skin sometimes can come out a lot easier. So she did more passes the second time. Usually it's like 3 passes or 3 to 5. I think she did like 5 or 7 passes just to make sure the color really stayed in there. So they were a little sore later, but I didn't notice they were sore until I laid down on my pillow and my eyebrow hit my pillow. And then I was like, oh, it's a little sore, but it's nothing like, not that you're, you know, not really sore like you're thinking. Yeah. Yes, Deborah. Yeah, so Deborah, you're going to go back for your touch-up and your perfecting session, and that's when you're really, really going to love them. Like, if you don't love them already, you're going to really love them after that. And of course, that second session, the same thing, you're going to give it about 7 to 10 days to fully heal. And then, you know, they go through changes in those 7 to 10 days, you know, so don't worry when you first get them done if you're like, oh my gosh, what have I done? You're going to love them, really. And it does not hurt. Doesn't hurt. My mother-in-law Melanie got it done too, and I think she was a little scared, and I was like, Melanie, it's not gonna hurt. And she was like, it didn't hurt at all. Megan does a good job. She said she could have slept through it. I mean, you could bring your headphones and seriously put your headphones in and fall asleep while you're getting your eyebrows microbladed. And I'm a huge baby. Like, needles scare the crap out of me, so I was terrified, and it did not hurt at all. So I really love them. I love that they're going to be there for, you know, a couple years, and I don't have to worry about, you know, constantly filling them in and trying to make them look right. They're already there. It's weird though when you wake up in the morning, if you're used to like really filling in your brows, and then you wake up in the morning after, you know, you have all your makeup off and you wake up and you have brows. It's just really weird, but you get used to them. You just, at first it's like, oh my gosh, my brows are so dark, because you were so used to like washing them off every single night and not really seeing them. And then to wake up and your brows are set, it's kind of nice. But yeah. Lisa, you are so funny. You're gonna love them, Lisa. Like, you're absolutely gonna love them. And Deborah, I'm so happy that you're loving yours. Yours look amazing. But yeah, so microblading, I definitely give it 2 thumbs up. Definitely, if you're in the area, the Salisbury area, get up with Megan Alfano. She's awesome. She takes very good care of you. Everything is very sanitary, very clean, you know, she knows what she's doing. So you'll be very happy with her. Any other questions for me about microblading before I hop off here? I'll show you again. So there's my one brow, and there's my other one. Now on this brow down here, the first time I had it done, it came down here a little bit more, but I wanted it to be a little bit higher of an arch, kind of like over here. So she didn't kind of fill in that one. So this will fade. It's even hard to tell. There's a little bit right there. That will fade out, and what she did, the second part, will stay. So that's what's nice about it, is you really can't tweak it. I know, girl. Yeah, you get lash extensions too, right? And I love lash extensions too, but I really love the lash lift. If you can get a lash lift, it just takes your own lashes and just puts them way up there and they look awesome. Lisa, you're so funny. So there's my brow up close and personal. And this is where the microblading, that's all microblading right there. My hair doesn't start till right there. And as you can see, like my hair should come into there. That's where it should start, but it doesn't start till there. So that was really like my big thing, is I was trying to draw on eyebrows to bring them in a little bit, and it just wasn't happening. So this was the good solution for it, and it works, and I love it. I hope you guys really like this video. If you have any more questions, please drop them below. I'm happy to answer any questions. Again, it does not hurt, okay? If you've got someone who's using, you know, numbing cream and they know what they're doing and they're putting enough of it on, it is not going to hurt. So don't be scared. I promise. Don't be scared at all. And if you feel like, you know, if the person's doing it and it's starting to really hurt, just let them know that you need some more numbing cream and you'll be good. And then, like I said, she does the first pass, and when she comes back and does the second pass, like, you don't even feel it at all. I'm like, oh my gosh, is this even happening? Like, it's crazy. So, oh, Megan's on. Hey, Megan, I'm showing off your brow work. And she's done an awesome job. Like, it's really amazing. And if you can see Megan Alfano's, you can see her profile picture right there, that brow. That was kind of the inspiration for my brows. I was like, I want that brow in your profile picture. I was like, make me have those brows. So she did a really good job, I think. So I'm really happy with it. Get up with her if you're in the area and you want to get it done. You will absolutely love it. The care for it, when I came home, she gave me some like Aquaphor to put on it and some Q-tips. And every couple hours, you're going to kind of just take like a cotton pad and wet it and kind of wipe it a little bit. And you'll get some color on the cotton pad. That's okay. And then you just kind of put the Aquaphor over top of it while it heals. Cassie, did you love it? She's so good. Yeah, I think everybody's getting them done around here by Megan, and everyone's been very, very happy. So definitely go get them done. You'll love it. Lisa, you're gonna love it. Like, you're just gonna be like, oh my gosh, my brows, I love it. Yes, Megan, second session is the best. And the key to, yes, it is definitely the best. And I told that to Melanie before she got hers done. I was like, you're gonna love them, but you're gonna really love them when you get the perfecting session and get everything touched up. Lisa, that's a good idea. Friend Megan, you can ask her questions too, I'm sure. But Lisa, you will love it for sure. Oh, good. All right. I do have a video on YouTube of my whole microblading experience, like where she's actually doing the microblading. So you can watch that over on my YouTube. If you search Mandy Gladden on YouTube, you'll find me. Or Mandy Gladden microblading, you'll find it. I can post it below here too, so you can see. There is some sound to microblading. All right, she's going into your eyebrows, so you will hear that sound. Some people, that might freak them out, but you can wear headphones if you want to wear headphones, or, you know, earplugs or something. That sound didn't bother me at all. I mean, it just kind of sounded like somebody was kind of like scratching. You know, if you can take your finger and scratch your head, that's what it sounded like to me. But Lisa, have you watched my video where she's actually doing it? If you haven't watched that, and I think that will, you couldn't watch, oh, Hannah couldn't watch it, but Lisa, watch it if you can. And, you know, getting it done, it's going to be a lot worse, because obviously you're not going to be watching her, you know, you're not going to be able to see it, really. You're just laying there, and it doesn't hurt, so promise. Promise, 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 it doesn't hurt, all right? If you've got a girl and she knows what she's doing and she's using numbing cream, you'll be fine. Jennifer, do you love yours? I love them. And it's so nice to like go to the beach or go to the pool when you come out of the water and you've like got brows on. And then I think I'm gonna get the lash lift done again. And I got that done at Designer's Edge. I think I'm gonna get that done again before I go to Hawaii, just because I think I like my own lashes instead of extensions, just because that's just a personal preference of mine. But when you do it, your lashes, they basically are like perm your lashes up like this. So your lashes just look super, super long, and it's just really from them being lifted. So yeah. Oh, your perfecting session is Saturday, Cassie. Well, you will love it then. Like, you will super love your eyebrows after that. All right, guys, I gotta go because I need to feed my children their dinner. But I did want to jump on and talk to you guys a little bit about microblading. Oh, Lori, well then see, if you're going to the gym and you're totally sweating off your brows, go get them microbladed so you can sweat and sweat and sweat, wipe your forehead, and your brows still look fabulous. Yes, Lisa, it's very good that you're doing it now because you should be able to get your brows done and the perfecting session before we go to Maui, because you're going to want your brows done before we go to Maui. Melly, are you texting me? It didn't even come through. All right, well, I'm going to go then. I'll answer your text. You all have a great night, and drop your questions below if you have any, and I'm happy to answer. Have a great night.